them. Yeah. There was one after SJM's thing.
After Call Her Daddy?
Yeah.
Was it like when SJM's asked rapid fire questions and answers nothing?
And gives us nada.
Okay. So first theory, Lucien finds out that Helion is his father. In the aftermath of that, Lucien reuniting with his mother after centuries of being kept away with him, Eris and Lucien fixing their relationship, him finding out he's Helion's only heir and will potentially inherit the day court one day. I think that is a potential.
Yeah. I feel like we were kind of like aligned that the day court was like that Helion would be Lucien's dad. No?
Yes. Oh,
yeah, we were aligned on that.
Feyre straight says it in, is it Silver Flames?
Does Cassian, who do I like? Does Lucien know?
No. No. But Feyre says it down the bond to Rhys, and Rhys is like, record scratch. Like, what? Yup. Nailed it. Sure is. Like, he's like, I can't believe I didn't put that together sooner.
Okay. Moore's gift of truth is that she can actually hide the truth. The reason Azriel is always watching her is because he knows, and her power prevents him from telling the truth.
So she like has mind control?
Kind of. They say this theory is supported by Eris when he hints at what really happened when they were engaged.
But like he can't say because Moore's controlling him?
Yeah.
I don't know if I go in on that one. Because then why, like, Azriel also loves Moore and is like obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Until Elaine.
True.
Oh my God, they have their first, like kind of like their first big moment in my section, and it's.
Is it wrong to be jealous of Elaine?
Jaimie's like, I don't even like saying her name.
Lucien and Elaine are not actually mates. Lucien decided to claim the bond the moment she stepped out of the cauldron because she would feel disoriented and vulnerable anyway. He did this as an excuse to stay close to the Night Court and eventually ruin it from the inside, just like what Feyre did to the Spring Court.
No. I don't buy into that.
Yeah, especially in my section, Feyre actually, and we get into it, but Feyre goes into Lucien's mind.
Accidentally, right?
No, intentionally.
This one on purpose?
This one's on purpose. Yes, it's the second time.
Oh, okay.
And she is, like, she's in his mind while he's talking to Elaine, and he's having, like, he's thinking mate, like, touch her, taste her, like, he's that, like, intense. So, also all the theories around Elaine is actually Tamlin's. Yeah. I'm like, it doesn't seem that way because it's not just Lucien saying it and other people, but it's Feyre going into his mind. Unless he, I mean...
But, like, I feel like if Feyre's going into Lucien's mind, she would know that it was Tamlin.
If Tamlin was...
Like, you know how there was that shape-shifting thing?
Yes, agreed.
Right.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
So I don't think so.
No, and we also don't think Tamlin and Elaine are mates anyways, because Tamlin's not getting a redemption arc.
Especially after the Call Her Daddy episode.
Elaine becomes a villain.
I'm so here for it. Make it happen, SJM. I just don't know. I mean, she's already written the books. Like, I don't know how else she's going to get us to care about Elaine.
I'll put her with Azriel.
Azriel could have a romantic attachment to a boulder, and we'd be like, oh my God, that boulder.
Is it wrong to be jealous of a rock?
Sorry, Jessica, but Mama Artron is a witch.
What do you mean?
Another popular.
Oh, I know. Very annoyed about it.
Okay.
I really thought I was onto one with that. I was like, wait, hold the phone.
In breaking news.
Look at what I came up with.
Tamlin and Rhys's sister were in love, and she left the Pool of Starlight in the Spring Court because she knew they could never be together.
I think I've heard that one before.
I've heard about the being together, but not the Pool of Starlight thing.
That would make sense, though.
I feel like this Pool of Starlight has to do with Starborn.
Ooh.
This one I like, and it does make sense why she's so depressed. Elaine was pregnant when she was thrown into the cauldron and lost the baby. Silence.
Maybe.
I feel like she's a virgin.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
she doesn't say that she slept with.
It's true.
Whatever. Yeah, the
Iron.
Yeah, the Iron Ring guy.
No.
Gray. Is that his name?
Something Gray. I think you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then again, Elaine is the evil sister.
No way.
Yeah.
Stop.
Elena's the evil sister. She spent all her time gardening while secretly making plans and overseeing her fate and using it to her own advantage.
Well, that is not quite my theory. I think she was originally sweet and good and nice and innocent and pure and et cetera, et cetera. My theory is that then she went into the cauldron, got traumatized, has this new power, and her descent into darkness. Like, if I were writing this, I would do this where SJM does say the next few books are about free will. I would write it where she gets to choose not only mating bond, but I would parallel it with she gets to choose to be good or evil. And Asriel, who also probably walks that line, being a shadow singer, the victim of abuse, and he now tortures people for a living and spies. I think he also walks that line between good and evil quite a bit. And so maybe he gets, if I were writing it, I would be like, he would be the one that would walk the line with her and help pull her. I would have her just go on the edge, maybe tip into darkness, and then I would have her like come back in a redemptive, beautiful.
We have time to rewrite.
Right.
I was almost like, you think Asriel's going to be mad?
Tear.
I'm like, that's it. I'm not reading anymore. That's
done.
it. I'm done.
The
Anyway,
second
those
time.
are some theories I saw. We needed some takes on social media after, they came out.
I'm real choked that I didn't. I was so proud of myself about that Mama Archeron being an Iron Tooth Witch. As soon as I thought of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you did come to the conclusion on your own.
I truly did.
Just not first.
Just not even by any amount was I close to being first.
I know, but
Not
still.
a long shot.
It was a unique idea to yourself. And to me. I was surprised. I liked
Jamie's
it.
like, ooh, good idea. I'm like, right? Both of us are like, yeah. The internet's like, all right, girls.
Let's settle down.
Get there faster.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jaimie.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes.
A podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books.
Before we press play, consider this your spoiler warning. We're operating with zero restrictions. We'll be pulling threads from ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City because worlds overlap, the themes echo, and we're absolutely saying the quiet connections out loud. If a title gets mentioned in this next section, it's on the table.
But don't worry, babes. We'll keep our non-Maasverse spoilers limited to the beginning of the pod, where we'll spill the tea, surreal style, on what else we're reading. If your TBR isn't caught up with ours, just skip ahead. All right. Now that that's established, let's begin.
Oh my God. We're reading so much.
I'm
so
excited.
much.
Okay,
you go first this time. I always go first.
Okay. We talked about, I'm like, what am I reading? So I've made a little bit more progress in the book of Asriel. Speaking of Asriel, I'm like not super loving it, to be honest. I'm about halfway through. Yeah, I don't know. I am not feeling a lot of, from a romance perspective, I'm not feeling a lot of burn between who I'm pretty sure the FMC and MMC. There's a possibility that the main girl whose POV we're in right now, there was one interaction with another female character that I'm like, could this actually be a bait and switch
female
for the girl, where like, and also then like POV switch, like it would then have to focus on her. I could kind of see that. There was like one moment I'm like, that would make it interesting for me. So far it's kind of meh. I'm having a hard time sinking into it. And I'm also a little bit more than halfway through now. I always forget if it's Touched by Darkness or A Touch of Darkness. I think it's A Touch of Darkness, the Hades and Persephone retelling. It's also not great. Like, I was kind of having fun at first, and then I was just like, I don't know.
So you're not excited about what you're reading right now?
I'm not really excited about what I'm reading.
You're not going to DNF them though, right?
Book of Asriel, I'll definitely finish. A Touch of Darkness or Touched by Darkness, I might not, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just really like, not super into it. Not really following the storyline. Not
okay.
Yeah,
you're not invested.
And I'm really excited about other books. Like
I can tell by the look on your face. You're like, meh. Versus when you talk about your books, I'm so excited about what you're reading. I'm like, and then what? And then what? And I'm so, I'll finish the Book of Asriel, give it a better shake.
But A Touch of Darkness, Touched by Darkness, whatever it's called, I can't even remember the title.
Right. You're like, this is not holding like my memory and grasp.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's
So quick update on your end.
Not great. Not super excited.
Well,
however,
I'm reading Crescent City too.
Oh my God.
And it is amazing.
And what part are you at?
What just happened? The whole apartment scene where Cormac comes and is like revealed that he's a double agent and like asks for their help, and there's all this tension.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but also in that scene, like I'm like, is it just me, or is like there's sexual tension between like literally every single one of them? I'm like,
yes.
Yes. It's like palpable. I'm like, oh, I just don't know where to look.
Yes, 100%.
I like dying in the apartment.
Rune, even her like brother occasionally, I'm like, what is going on here?
I know, I'm like oh no, Cersei.
Yes!
Jaimie all over again.
Weirdness there. Cormac.
To be fair, they're only half related.
Right. Could pull like not Charmed. It's her stepbrother. Oh, come on, you know what I'm
Cruel Intentions.
Share. It's her stepbrother.
Oh, Clueless.
There we go.
I'm like,
I was like what's
Cher the singer?
No,
like,
Cher.
Like Cher who?
As if.
Yeah.
Also, we should go with them for Halloween one year.
Dion and Cher.
Oh, but actually, maybe not.
Because you could do Brittany Murphy's character on Ty.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah.
The outfits, the little hats. Oh, so good. Yeah. Well, who else? So Cormac,
Rune,
weirdly,
Hunt,
and
Ethan.
Ethan.
Also, the what is he's
Ada's?
yes, of
Hell.
what do they call it? But it's like he's the prince of chasm.
Chasm.
Prince of the chasm or something. I'm like, oh, he's kind of hot. Like, what's his story?
Because there's 7 levels of hell, right?
I think so.
I think
or
so.
like groupings.
There's like
or like,
and the lowest one is like the pit.
Yes, I think so.
Also, side note, I think every series we do going forward, we should ask Jaimie who she thinks should be in a threesome.
Me? That was the best. That's pretty good.
Okay, whatever.
What else should the answer be?
I mean, there's 4 of them in this apartment. Like,
it doesn't have to be a threesome. Okay, so they had the apartment. Oh, and Therian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know. If Bryce were to be like, "Hey," with any of them, I would have been game for it.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Hunt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they had the apartment scene.
Yep, and then what? Oh yeah, then they like were having this hot makeout session in the alley, and he's like, "No, we can't do this," and I'm like,
"Yes, you can."
I'm like, for the love of friggin' Murphy, when are you two gonna hook up? I'm dying.
Yep.
Dying. You can tell what I was mostly focused on. Like, when are they sleeping together? No, the story. What else happened? The sword. They talked about that a little bit. Like Danica's sword. And Ethan's like swinging it around. What else? Oh, they talk about Sophie. Who's like still a question mark. Yeah, that's kind of it. I didn't get through too many chapters.
Okay.
I feel like I read quite a bit, but those were like the things I read last night.
You haven't met or heard anything about Thea, right? That's not
just like, isn't like she was the true princess, Starborn princess, and then like the prince was like the one who was like kind of pathetic or something, and then it was like there was like a bit of lore behind them. I'd have to go back and read it, but there was like a bit lore, not like the actual characters.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
There's like lore about them, and I think Cormac says no. Adis.
Yeah.
Says it.
Right. Brings up Thea.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about them a little, but I was like, I think what I say I can talk about what I want to talk about without giving spoilers. So I wanted to double check.
And then the book thief.
Right.
It is very good. The writing is still jarring. Like the way it's written is very bizarre.
Like an old-timey book?
It's World War II. So like, I mean, old timey compared to now.
So I was like, almost 100 years ago now.
But It's good. I'm like pretty gripped by the story, and I like the way it's narrated by like what I can only assume is death. Yeah, it's really interesting. By the time I finish my Crescent City reading, I only read like 1 or 2 chapters a night of The Book Thief.
Yeah.
And it's not long, but I think it'll take me longer to get through than it normally would. But I'm liking it so far. It's really good.
Good. Have you watched Peaky Blinders?
Yes. Love me some Cillian Murphy.
Show, but obviously, yes.
I love that show.
Good.
Yes. Except for spoiler for Peaky Blinders, I guess.
I haven't finished.
Oh. Well, what season are you on?
3.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Yeah. Zip the lip. Okay. No, that's it. I keep thinking about Poison Daughter though.
Because you liked that quite a bit.
I did.
And there's another book?
No, it's a standalone. That's why I was like, oh, now I'm invested and there's nothing else going to happen.
Right. We talked about that.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think about that one. And then Soul in Ruin. That's what I'm reading next. Because my favorite book talk influencer is like, she did like a list.
Jaimie.
Yeah, Jaimie. She's kind of great. She did a list of top 10 like dark gothic romanticises.
Ooh.
And it was number 2, tied for number 1.
What was the other one? Alchemized?
No, you'll never guess. Well, you'll be like, no.
What?
Feathers So Vicious and its sequel.
No.
Okay,
that was literally my reaction.
You might
read it.
No, I'm for sure gonna read them because I feel like maybe I'm more like on the like I loved Anathema and you were like meh about it. You liked Eldrick more.
Yep.
But I was like,
you loved it.
I am obsessed with that series. So I'm like,
maybe it's more your style.
Yeah, maybe it's more my vibe. I'm a little darker.
It wasn't that. I mean, sure, the darkness. I just found the story. I was like, oh, who cares?
Okay.
But like,
she loves it.
I also guessed because I was talking to Caitlin. I DNF'd it. Caitlin finished it. And I asked her, and I won't say it because you're going to read it, but I said, can I guess? She's like, there's 2 big twists. And I said, can I guess what they are? And she's like, yeah. And I guessed. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So, but we'll see. I don't know.
What's the second one, though? I wonder if Caitlin's read the second one.
Yes, she has read the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
Yeah. But Soul and Ruin is my next one. Yep.
Keep me posted. I'm going to do The Ascended. I'm like, everyone has said such fantastic things. And also Frankenstein.
Yes. You're next too.
Very excited.
When does the second Diary Bound come out? No, Fury Bound is out, you said, I thought.
Fury Bound, I think, is either out or coming out soon. Our friendly neighborhood surreal is going to let us know in just
a hot minute.
Just a hot minute over there. And what was the other one that's like coming out?
May 5th, 2026 for
May.
Fury Bound.
Oh, so a little bit longer. Another month and a half-ish.
Okay, so that, and then there's, the Knave and the Moon.
When's the Knave and the Moon?
And then there's Wolf Queen.
Knave. That's a knave.
Wolf Queen. Book 3.
But that's not till, I thought, like fall. Yeah. Fall won't be busy.
Yeah.
The next...
September 2026 for Knave and the Moon.
Okay, so there'll be the next in the Quicksilver series. There will be all the
Wolf
ACOTAR
Queen,
books. There will be
ACOTAR.
Wolf Queen. Oh, wait, girl.
Clear
our schedules.
I'm going to have to take a leave of absence.
I did RTO October 27th today. I was like, I cannot wait.
Haven't yet. I will.
It's going to be a glorious day.
It will be glorious.
The 26th, we'll go to this party. Maybe we should just have a sleepover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aligned.
They're actively casting for 4th line right now.
They're casting.
Oh my God. We were not happy with their choices, though. So hopefully it's someone like completely out of left field.
Yeah.
Also, it's the same person who directed Hill House is also doing the direction.
Yes, you were saying that last time.
His production company did both, but he brought the same director on.
He's just won an Oscar as well.
For Sinners.
Which I haven't seen.
Have you seen Sinners?
No, but Lucas and I are going to watch it this weekend. It looks so good.
What's it on?
Crave.
Andrew and I should watch it too as like our break in between our spring cleaning. Yeah, Sinners is supposed to be so great. Ryan was saying it's fantastic. One of the best movies he's seen.
Yeah. Like I rewatched the Twilight movies this week. After we were talking about them, I was like,
I feel like they're like all movies though.
yeah.
You know?
But I was like, in my teenage mind or like young adult mind, I was like, oh, the love story is so good. And it is. But now I'm kind of like, should I reread the books? Because like the movies just like miss obviously so much.
Right.
And like all of a sudden they're like in love and I'm like, wait a minute.
That might be a fun one for us to do on the pod.
Also-
Do Twilight.
That is romantic.
Also, there was not enough like, I'm like, now that we're in this whole thing.
Not
I'm
enough
like,
sex.
no, not that. There wasn't enough like friction. Like not enough enemies
Like
They,
push
like,
pull.
and too instant love.
Right away.
And I'm
Right.
like, nah.
He like
But-
says she stinks, and then they're like,
I was gonna say he like makes fun of her smell, and that's it.
And then she's like,
Right.
they used the word mate, which I did not remember.
Oh, is that for the wolves?
Yes.
Yes. I
But
did.
also in reference to the vampires.
Oh, really?
When spoiler for Twilight. When
20 years later.
when Victoria and James, when they killed James,
You killed my
Laurent
mate?
is like, you killed my mate or her mate,
Yeah.
and she's pissed. And I'm like, oh,
Interesting.
which I didn't like, meant nothing to me before.
Right. Stephanie Meyer's just planting seeds for the future of all romanticy.
Exactly. She is in the second movie as well. She's at the wedding. She's a guest at the wedding.
Aw,
No, the third. No,
The second movie is and has the wedding, right?
no, I don't
no,
think
I
so.
don't
I
think
think
so.
they're married, and that remember Bella dies. kind
Yeah,
of.
but there's the two for the last
Yeah,
book.
there
They
are
split
the
it into two. So no, I
Mm.
haven't watched the last movie yet. I watched the second to last one.
Oh.
And she's a wedding guest, but I didn't see her in the second one, so I actually don't know.
Also, we'll say the wedding in that movie.
So
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh my God. It's
like
like
in the
I know.
forest and the lights.
The front of the dress though, I just like
What is it
cannot.
like?
It's like Star Trek. Oh, the engagement ring.
What is the ring? I don't.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like this flat, silver looking oval with just like scattered diamonds in it.
Like costume jewelry.
Oh,
And then in my mind, I'm like, can no romantasy characters have like a
Have
normal
have a good
engagement ring?
Oh, it's almost like Art Deco.
It's like a Fabergé egg.
yeah.
Like it's just
Interesting.
black.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Awful.
I mean, I get it because it's supposed to be like old timey because his
Sure.
mom was like a
I
million
actually
years
had
old.
an old ring, like not with diamonds, but I had an old ring, like costume, but it was costume jewelry. It
Yeah.
was like, crystal or whatever in there. That's all.
That's all.
Over halfway through Act 4 now.
Oh, finally.
Okay, what part are you at? What's happening?
They just went to help Tarquin at Summer Court because Hybern sent his first attack there.
Mm.
Ah.
And yeah. And then now I know Nesta did take something from the cauldron.
That one last
like-
time.
Maybe.
You're like, oh, Jaimie, good idea. What if she did it, Jaimie? You're like, yeah, what if she did?
She did take something from the cauldron. Yes, maybe it happens in later books. I really want to know. I would love the POV of them inside the cauldron. Do they do it?
You get a
Oh, like a
little-
fraction, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
more abstract than like.
Because Thayer also mentioned she's like, oh, they were only in there for like seconds for us, but how long
was it for them?
And I'm like, ooh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nesta talks about it for like a while. Like felt like forever. I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Nesta.
Yes, and Azrael and Elaine are having their little romancy, but I just want her to end up with Lucian. I really just want him to be happy. I don't even care about Elaine. I just want Lucian to be happy. And have-
Nobody cares about Elaine.
Truly. But also this whole mating, the whole mating one thing is like kind of annoying to me because I'm like, so you can reject a mating bond, but they're like your perfect match, but then you can not be perfect for each other. It's kind of dumb.
I think it's more like a pheromone thing, like a biological attraction to something that like could not be good for you.
Mm.
We've all been there.
We get into it a little in my section, but yes, like Rhys talks about it and how you can have your mate and it's sort of decided by the cauldron,
Mhm.
hear my air quotes, but that seems to be maybe focused on more just what would result in the strongest offspring,
Mm.
not necessarily
Yeah.
a soul bond where you would get along. So
What book is Heartmates in? Is that Quicksilver?
Heartmates. I'm not remembering.
Hmm.
Is that ACOTAR?
Oh no, it's the Blood and Ash.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
It's been a while since I've been in that world.
I know. I still have to read that last book.
Oh yeah, you should take it home. I mean, if you're slogging through something else, I do not recommend
starting this third one into my mix.
You're like, oh my god, I'm never gonna finish.
Yes.
No, don't do it.
Should we get going?
Yes,
Let's
we
do
probably
it.
should.
As we just chit-chat away. It is time to talk lore, lust, and loose morals as we unpack adventures, escape to new worlds, and, of course, swoon over our best book boyfriends.
The list continues. All right, babes, we're stepping into chapters 19 to 24 of A Court of Wings and Ruin, and things are shifting. Less chaos, more calculation, but don't get comfortable. Alliances are being tested before they're formed, and the House of Wind is basically one long group therapy session no one agreed to. Like,
all they're against their will.
Yeah. So get cozy. The war drums are faint, but the build-up deliciously tense.
This podcast has all of our favorite R words: romance, racy, risque, and, of course,
RHYSAND.
As such, it is rated R. Please listen accordingly. Okay, just pause. Allie's, her boyfriend's sister-in-law, is listening. Hello again. Hi, Ash. And she heard us talking about how I'm stressed that I now have to find a great R word for whatever series we're doing. And we talked about Fourth Wing, and that was when I was like, Rydok. And you're like, Riddick? And I was like, yep, probably that. And then she was like, oh, there's actually a main character whose name is Xaden Ryerson. I was like, we are so dumb.
I mean,
how did we not?
Because nobody in ACOTAR has last names. That's why.
So we're just like, as soon as
Ryerson.
Allie told me she said that, I was like, yeah, of course it would be Ryerson. That is 100% the one we will choose if we do Fourth Wing. It will be Anne Ryerson.
Yeah.
Fuck. Goddamn. God gave me pretty and
Good
gave
catch.
me smarts all day. My turn? Your turn.
We'll kick off
We'll
kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines,
where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't,
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss the magic, motives, or mistakes. All right, babes. Chapter 19 is giving us sweat, wings, and just a hint of emotional damage, the perfect way to start a day in Velaris. We open with Feyre already a little depleted as Rhys drops her off for training with Cassian. And Cassian, being Cassian, clocks it immediately. He makes a comment about her being sluggish, and Feyre, bless her, cannot stop thinking about her very eventful morning. Spoiler, it involves licking. When Cassian pokes, Feyre fires right back with, quote, 2 Illyrian males making me sweat in one morning. What's a female to do?
Feyre.
Goals, Feyre. Goals. Like,
SJM is kind of teasing a
yes,
threesome.
I know. Now that I'm on, yeah,
Jamie's like, yeah,
I am on this train.
I'm ready,
and it is going to the station. But the banter doesn't quite land the way it usually does because Feyre quickly realizes something is off. Cassian is upset, and at first she assumes it's about Nesta, which fair.
Natural assumption.
Yes. Then maybe the Court of Nightmares visit. Also fair. Nope. He's mad at her. And not in a petty way, in a deeply emotional, protective, you scared the absolute shit out of me kind of way. I know. Oh my God. Cassian. Cassian explains that when they went to Highburn, he didn't know that Feyre was High Lady. At the time, she was Rhys's mate. Important, yes, but now she's something more. She's theirs, part of the inner circle, part of the family, which means her life isn't just hers to gamble. And Cassian would have done things differently, planned better, protected her more. Quote, Rhys pulled the same shit 50 years ago when he went to that damn party Amarantha threw. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the root of it. Cassian isn't just angry, he's remembering. Watching Feyre walk into danger like that brought him right back to Rhys sacrificing himself under the mountain. And the parallel is loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I was reading this, I was like, Cassian.
So sad.
He's like the opposite of brute.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time he refers to himself as that, it like crushes my heart a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
You're not. You're so much more.
yes, exactly. And then when he like struggles with being like the courtier or whatever,
Yes.
and everyone's not everyone, Eris
teases him.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm just like
Right.
I feel very
protective of kids.
yes,
I
like
can
which is
tell.
absurd
You're
because
right.
like he don't need protecting.
Right.
But like he's so like emotionally vulnerable. I'm like, no, don't be mean to him. You guys are dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, Cassian. Feyre and Rhys are the same in this way, both willing to give everything, to put themselves directly in harm's way, to carry the burden alone if it means protecting the people they love. And Cassian is gently pointing out that maybe they shouldn't.
Mm.
Maybe they don't have to take every hit themselves. Maybe they should let their family stand with them. Feyre hears him, but also leaves her with a quiet, unsettling thought. What if Rhys does it again?
Mm.
No, not what. If, when.
Mm.
What if when the war comes and he makes the same kind of sacrifice? Luckily or unluckily, that spiral gets cut off by Nesta's arrival. I love, like, every time Nesta shows up on the page, everyone's just like, whoop.
Right. Like, everyone's like clenching their teeth. Yes, Allie.
Sorry, I have to mention the scene where they go down into the library and Cassian gets the call and he jumps in and he finds Nesta and they have their first little moment and she's like looking for him and she has big eyes up at him and he like finds her and takes her into his arms. So I'm like,
Oh, Allie's swooning over Nesta and Cassian?
I do love.
Oh, just you wait. I think you're really, like, you were saying you're liking this one the
I
best.
like this one the best so far.
Oh, Silver Flames.
I think Silver Flames is very different,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very emotionally complex.
I feel
Mhm.
like Nesta is kind of filling the Amarantha hole, but in a different way.
Oh, such a good
Like,
observation.
Like she's a misunderstood
She's,
character.
like, spicy
And like a
yeah,
kind of like a villain we love to see on the
Yes.
page a little bit, even if
Mhm.
she's not
Love
a
to
villain.
hear. Yeah.
Mm.
Does she have to be so mean to Cassian? I will fight her. Cassian immediately purrs an invitation for her to join training. Nesta responds with, quote, "Why should I be scared of an oversized bat who likes to throw temper tantrums?" And honestly, she's kind of funny here. There's a sharpness, yes, but it's not just cruelty we see in the early part of book 5. So like I like this better. There's wit and bite, but it has like a flavor to it that's also
Amusing.
kind of yes. Exactly. Whereas book 5, she just mean.
It's just mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
Feyre caught between them basically begs Rhys down the bond to come and save her from the incoming argument. Rhys declines.
RHYSAND.
He is busy, and also he is absolutely enjoying the fact that Feyre now gets to help manage the chaos that is their family.
He's like, have fun.
Welcome to the job, high lady.
Ay.
Nesta casually mentions she's on her way to train with Amren, picking at her nails in a way that feels very familiar.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Yeah, like
A
so
time or two.
the nail picking to me is like, it's kind of like everyone that picks their nails in the Maasverse,
Yeah.
I feel like is related to Amren, or like there's some type like, you know what like it's an interesting tick that so many characters share.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then a shadowy gift from the gods, Azriel arrives. Literally, shadows swirling, and rescues Feyre from the Cassian Nesta showdown to begin her flight lessons. Rhys chimes in down the bond with, quote, "I sent another pretty face for you to admire. Not as beautiful as mine, of course, but a close second."
I don't know, Rhys.
SJM is dropping hints left, right, and center. Azriel has the biggest wingspan. His face is almost as beautiful as Rhys's. Like, I can.
I think he's described a couple of other times as being more pretty than Rhys, isn't he?
Pretty, I think.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like that kind
He's
of.
the pretty one. In the same. Oh, it's like,
What was that?
It was your mister.
Oh.
Yes. In the same way that Elaine is like, they're all beautiful, but Elaine is like the pretty one. Yeah. Like Azriel is pretty.
Oh, do we chalk that up to a like,
faded?
Yeah,
perhaps.
Sir, please. And babes, this is where things get exciting because we finally get some one-on-one time with Azriel.
Yay!
They head to the lake because, as Azriel explains, water is much more forgiving landing than rocks. Logical, appreciated. Step 1, wings. Summon your wings, Feyre. Feyre hesitates, but mostly because that power comes from Tamlin.
Yes.
That part of her power is tangled up in everything she went through in the spring court, and touching it, even now, is hard. But she pushes through. Slowly, carefully, she begins to shape them, line by membranous line.
Membranous.
Her artist mind at work. By the time she's done, she's exhausted, sweat-drenched, and shaking, but the wings are there. So, this is interesting because Cassian, and now remind me, Azriel has wings all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, in this moment I was a bit confused because Azriel was like, you know, like summon your wings, like almost alluding like that's what he does. And I'm like, oh, Azriel always had wings. It's just Rhys and Feyre that summon their wings.
Yes.
He for sure does. I fact checked it. But it was like weird.
Right.
I don't know. Azriel isn't impressed. Feyre being the star pupil, of course.
Of course.
He tells her, quote, I know you are not Illyrian, but amongst their kind it is considered inappropriate to touch someone's wings without permission, especially females. Okay, we will talk about that in Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirsts.
Where does this... Okay, should I wait before I ask any more?
No, you can ask.
Where does this come from? Like, does she touch his wings?
No, because he's going to help her.
Oh, so before he does, he's like, hey, by the way...
Consent.
Not supposed to do this, and I'm letting you know, right?
And Feyre immediately clocks the wording. Their kind.
Not his.
Not his.
Not our. Yes.
Yeah. File that away. That's character insight. Azriel studies the wings and compliments her. They're detailed, precise, beautifully crafted. Very Feyre. But unfortunately, that's where the praise ends, because physically, she is not ready. Not at all. She can barely hold the wings up off the ground, let alone use them. Because he's like, your wings are dragging on the ground. And she's like, shit. Then she's like,
trying to like claw.
Like, I just imagine her trying to be like, or like, right. Like trying to like will them to come up. And they're like,
when someone's like, move your ears. And you're like, are they moving?
Yeah.
Are they moving?
Is it happening? Yeah. Anyways, this whole thing is like quite cute. Yeah. Anyways, Azriel. Azriel points out she needs to build strength in basically every muscle in her body. He goes and he's like, yeah, you should probably like build your core and like also work out your arms and maybe your calves, also your thighs. And she's like, I get it. I suck.
I'm the worst.
So, and then he adds, quote, why do you think Illyrians are so fit? And Feyre shoots back with, quote, why did no one warn me about this cocky side of yours? And I just want to say respectfully, do not discourage this.
Right, yes.
The fandom has been waiting.
With bated breath.
Like SJM, I see you. She's like dropping all the hints about Azriel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This cocky side of you. And I'm like,
you're like, oh, let's hear more about that.
Exactly. We've heard a little about a few things, but the chapter closes with Feyre realizing that flying might be a lot harder than she thought. Like possibly not happening anytime soon. Harder.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing we know about Feyre, she does not quit, even when the sky feels completely out of reach. Chapter 20. All right, babes, we're trading weapons for words this chapter because it takes us somewhere just as powerful as any battlefield. The library. Nothing like a little research session before the world potentially ends. Feyre, newly literate queen that she is,
loves the library.
Is stepping into a real library for the first time. And we love this for her. A full circle moment from survival to scholarship. But of course, this isn't just any library.
Of course not.
We get a quick history lesson on Perithians' lost knowledge. Back before the wall, humans weren't allowed into the libraries. The Fae hoarded knowledge, kept magic secret, and made sure humans stayed in the dark. When the wall went up, most scholars fled, taking their books with them. Oh, hey, Jessica, we see you. And the ones who couldn't escape, they burned everything. Because apparently humans can use magic. They just need the right words, the right tools, and maybe a little Fae ancestry. Which makes Feyre's confusion very relatable. Quote, humans don't have magic. Oh, Feyre, darling. Not entirely. Interbreeding, hidden magic, human rebellion. Where have we seen this before? We'll be discussing this later in Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirsts.
I was like, you must tell me we're talking about this more in Hot Takes, Theories, and Thirsts.
Yes, we are.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
We also get a darker glimpse into what life was like for humans trapped north of the wall. No safety, no protection, many forced into desperate situations just to survive. And under Rhys's father, Valeris was not a sanctuary. But if the wall falls, that changes everything. Because Feyre basically asks Rhys straight out, like, can humans come here? Like, to Valeris as, like, a sanctuary and safe haven? And he's like, of course. I think we do see that.
I don't remember.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Then we enter the library proper. They're greeted by Clotho. And yes, confirmed, she is a priestess. Blue robes, circlet, limpid blue stone, quiet presence.
She's a priestess.
It also talks about how most of the women that live in the library are priestesses or acolytes. So you were right as well.
Well, we'll see with Gwyn. Because it's not confirmed in this. Not confirmed yet, right?
It says acolytes.
Oh,
I
she's
think.
an
Yeah, there's a mix of both in there.
Okay.
And the library itself, quote, silent and yet alive, awake and humming and restless, some many-limbed beast at constant work. What's that waiting at the bottom? Darkness. Hello, Bryaxis. Built-in protection. We're reminded that Cassian is the only one who has ever truly faced it, or should I say, her. And even now, just mentioning it rattles him. Again, how did we not see this?
I don't know.
Like when you said it last episode, I'm like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done.
Only women allowed. Like,
Also interesting, and I think when I was thinking about this more, it's because women view men as protectors, and Bryaxis is like the protector of the library. And so then in like
Internalized misogyny.
yes,
has to be a man.
SJM
don't play by those rules.
No. So anywho, Feyre notices Clotho's hands, damaged, broken, and this is an instant reminder of another mangled hand, one she caused. And then Rhys shares Clotho's story. Her tongue cut out, her hands destroyed, saved by Moore, who also made sure her attackers paid for it. So last time we were like, does she just not talk, or she cannot talk?
So sad.
What? Who cut out her tongue?
Her attackers.
Men.
And men were attacking just
Too.
The one of
when
the
she
when
was a priestess?
Yeah. And then like her hands are mangled, and Feyre's like, well, couldn't they just like be healed? And because when they were breaking them, they were like healing them broken.
Oh, I remember.
So like
this.
they couldn't then he asked her if she wanted him to like re-break everything and set them, and she was like, no.
Right. Okay. I do remember this.
It was awful. And then we learned something incredibly important about this place. The library is a refuge. Every priestess has endured something horrific, and here they are safe. They choose who enter, and they decide who stays. Rhys tells Feyre, quote, Feyre tells Rhys, quote, thank you for sharing this place with me. It belongs to you. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I see what I did. I wrung two quotes together. I'm like, no, yeah. Okay, so Feyre tells Rhys, quote, thank you for sharing this place with me. Rhys says back, it belongs to you too now. Then we're back at Feyre, quote, and I knew he meant not just in terms of us being mates, but in ways it belonged to the other females here who had endured and survived. Touching. From there, we pivot, as we so often do, into some top-tier RHYSAND and Feyre banter. Because apparently nothing's a serious research session like flirting in the stacks.
Absolutely.
Feyre credits her reading skills to Rhys with, quote, yes, Rhys is the greatest lover a female can hope for is undoubtedly how I learned to read.
I mean, it is.
Oh, and then he quips back, I was only trying to tell you what you now know.
Oh my God. So cocky.
Sir, your reputation does precede you. However, after reading Silver Flames, I think there may be evidence to the contrary. Exhibit 1, grab the headboard.
Oh! Allie, just you wait.
We're both like,
Get all hot and bothered over here.
Which leads Feyre to ask the question we've all been quietly avoiding. If the wall falls and all the courts stand together, do they actually stand a chance against Hybern? Rhys answers honestly, slim at best. Not exactly comforting. So Feyre asks the next logical question. Could he beat Hybern? And Rhys doesn't know. Hybern has secrets, unknown advantages. Again, not comforting. But Rhys being Rhys, Feyre knows one thing for certain. He would burn himself alive before letting Prythian fall. And that terrifies her. Because he's already given so much. She's here now. Quote, this isn't your burden alone. Yeah. They're so cute. Is again, the theme threading through these chapters. They don't have to carry it alone. So then what's the plan? If armies won't be enough, if power isn't enough, Feyre gives one answer. Monsters. Specifically, quote, the Bone Carver.
Yes.
Because if you're not going to win a war against a king with secrets, you might need something a little more terrifying than an army. You might need something that just wants to go home. Chapter 21. If chapter 20 gave us quiet strategy, chapter 21 said, cute. Now let's get to the literal nightmare again. Because yes, Feyre and Cassian are heading back to the prison.
Hell yeah, they are.
But not before a quick stop to check in on Amren and Nesta's training session, which is visually giving absolutely nothing. They're just staring at each other.
That's right.
Yeah. No movement, no magic flying, just intense eye contact. But of course, babes, this is not nothing. This is shielding practice. Mental walls, power contained, not displayed. Subtle, dangerous, very on brand.
I'm very here for an Amron and Nesta friendship.
Get there faster.
Get there faster.
Feyre being Feyre cannot. I feel like Dwight. What's he doing?
Learning to talk to women or whatever. Like, be a gentleman.
Like, what is just nod like a normal human?
Like
I am a human.
I am a human.
Oh, the office. Feyre being Feyre cannot resist asking a few questions before they head out. Specifically, whether Amren had ever communicated with any of the other inmates. Amren's answer? Ominous. Only whispers through the walls. And that is all we get before she shuts it down with a gentle F off. Quote, I'm giving a magic lesson, not a history one. If you want someone to go gossip with, go find one of the dogs. I'm sure Cassian's still sniffing around upstairs.
Amren.
Nesta almost smiles. It like describes the corner of her mouth like, beep. Tiny, terrifying progress.
I love it.
Later at dinner, Mor is still firmly against the idea of going to ask Kier for help. She does not trust him. She does not want him involved. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of like fair.
Fair, yeah.
Rhys says he'll take her concerns into consideration. Translation. He hears her, but the plan is still very much in motion. Also, a gentle but important reminder from Mor. Maybe don't pin all your hopes on the Darkbringers. Noted. Meanwhile, Feyre is wrecked from training, physically sore, emotionally stretched, mentally juggling approximately 100 impending disasters.
Right.
She's like the circus in her head. Ugh.
She's like, it is my circus. It is my monkeys.
Yeah. Oh my God. So she goes to take a bath that Rhys has already drawn for her. Because of course he has. And as she sinks into the water, she starts thinking about what's coming next. 2 meetings, 2 monsters, 2 mountains. Look at how far she's come. From human girl with a bow to high lady scheduling back-to-back appointments with ancient horrors. But peace does not last long, because when Feyre finally falls asleep, the nightmare. And it's brutal. Nesta broken, hanging, bearing wounds that echo Claire's fate. Elaine, helpless, being roasted alive on a spit. And Feyre, frozen, trapped, unable to move, to fight, to stop any of it. And then Amarantha. Hey, girl.
On the page.
Walking toward her room down a long corridor with Rhys behind her, his wings out. Which is so interesting.
That
and
his wings are out.
I don't really understand what this means in her dream, and I didn't look it up on like Reddit or anything. But like because with his wings out, it means he like trusts and
he's
like
confident, comfortable.
And
so I guess maybe that's the nightmare.
That he is with her.
That he would be with her.
What
And
if Feyre is also a seer, and she is seeing
Amarantha's not dead.
Yeah.
Allie
boy.
really
We-
wants Amarantha to come back to life.
I mean,
I feel like they keep bringing her back in these chapters. Like they mention her again later on. I just am like, I feel like otherwise they would be like.
To your credit, and I mean, we'll see as we move forward, but if I think about the next coming books, Feyre doesn't have trauma from Hybern. She doesn't think about him.
no,
Like,
not
her
at all.
biggest bad
Isn't
ever
Amarantha,
would be Amarantha.
our
Last-
girl.
Last book of the series, she comes back and wreaks havoc. That would be good.
And mates with Tamlin.
Also good. Anywho.
I just had a thought, but I'm keeping it to my again. I'm like,
Jessica's having an aneurysm.
connection.
Feyre is back there, helpless, powerless, watching the people she loves suffer while she can't do anything to stop it. But Rhys's voice cuts through, quote, breathe. Soft, grounding, present. Feyre wakes on the edge of vomiting, panic clawing up her throat, but Rhys is there, steady, calm, rubbing her back, anchoring her back to reality. To now, to safety. She curls into him, still shaken, her thoughts racing, but one rises above the rest. Clear, sharp, unbreakable. Quote, never again would I let someone hurt him like that. Hurt my sisters like that. Never again. That's not just fear talking. That's a promise.
That really reminds me of Gone with the Wind when Scarlett is talking about, I don't know if it's in the movie, but it's in the book. And it's when they're starving and she's back at Tara.
At the end?
Well, no, because it's like halfway through maybe.
Oh, you get the intermission. Right.
And she's digging in their, not even if it's their field, someone's field for like half frozen potatoes and eating them raw.
God is my witness.
I will never be hungry again. Yes.
Yes, Scarlett.
That's what that really reminds me of. And again, it's not just fear, it's a promise. I was actually talking with
Scarlett is Nesta.
Scarlett is Nesta. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking with my mother-in-law the other day about like hunger and how they've shown not just hunger, but trauma affects your genetics and then it's passed down.
Irish potato famine.
And I was thinking about Irish potato famine and how I'm Ukrainian and Irish on either side of my family, and both sides of my family, a big thing is like feeding people. You can't go to either my mother's house or my father's house without them filling you with food. And also both my mother and father, who are like divorced, but separately, big cooks, big into like canning and preserving, and both have big gardens. And I wonder if there's being Irish and Ukrainian and both having had ancestors that would have lived through starvation, like very serious starvation. Not that starvation isn't. It is always serious, but like a prolonged, period of like countrywide starvation. I wonder if there's like a genetic component there. Like it's a very intense, like this focus on food and feeding people. Anyway, reminded me of Scarlett eating that potato. I like that we both quoted it like word for word.
God bless Scarlett O'Hara. We love her.
We do love her.
Rhett is like the OG brat tamer.
I think that's where probably my love of like brat tamer, enemies to lovers began, was Scarlett and Rhett.
It's such a good movie.
Such a good book. Chapter.
Yeah. No, you. I'm like, chapter 22. I'm just moving right along.
Yeah. The next morning, RHYSAND checks in with Feyre, and she unburdens herself, letting him in on the horrors that had plagued her last night. I wanted to ask, do you have nightmares? Or did you, like, when you were a kid?
I don't remember when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd consider it a nightmare, but like, internet, be nice. It's like when you need to like find someone or you're searching for something and you can't move and I can't yell to like get their attention. And so I'm perpetually like digging through people or like running after someone that I can't catch. Read what you want into that. I don't know. But that I would say is like, I wake up being like, ugh, like, yeah, I perpetually am after something that I can't grasp or like get a hold of. And it's usually a person.
Yeah.
And I never see like the face. It's always the back, but I know that's who I'm supposed to get to. And it's like impossible.
Do you feel sad or angry or frustrated?
I think panicked a little bit. Yeah.
Therapy session with Jessica.
Tell me more about that.
God, I'm the wrong person to ask about that. My therapist was like, where do you feel that? I'm like, what do you mean? I don't understand the question.
In my chest.
In my brain. Interesting. I would say I don't have nightmares very often. When I do, they're all frustration based. Like, yeah, feeling very, and it's usually about power. Either someone has power over me and I don't want them to, or they're not supposed to. They're making decisions on my behalf or whatever. Or they're not like listening to me and I'm trying to communicate something and they're just like brushing me off or not paying attention or they don't believe me. And it's this sense of like power being taken away and then frustration. Like I'm desperately trying to like, yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
Bad. Again, see, this is how
Make me feel bad.
My therapist are like, okay. Cassian and Feyre and RHYSAND winnow to the prison, perpetually grim, windy, and damp. Before Cassian and Feyre enter, Rhys warns Feyre to be careful, that she won't be able to reach him. When Feyre asks why, Rhys says, quote, wards and spells far older than Prythian.
Prythian?
Prythian. I'm losing it. Okay, so if the words and the spells are older than the world itself, then Prythian, whoever crafted those words and spells, is also older than Prythian.
Or from another world.
Or and would have to then be from another world if the prison is older than it. Like, I don't know. Like, who could that have been?
How can something
Be older than the world itself?
Yeah.
Ooh, or does he maybe mean Prythian as the
like its current state?
Like
with the courts and all of that,
yes,
maybe?
Maybe it was like before, whatever.
Yeah.
But who made those words and those spells?
I mean, probably the Viper Queen.
We can only hope.
Or someone from maybe Maeve.
Maybe. We talk a little bit about Maeve and Orcus and I can't remember the other guy, but the other brother.
Can we talk about Rowan?
Not today. Cassian huffs at Rhys and tells him to relax. He actually calls Rhys a mother hen, but Rhys refuses to be baited into a laugh and says, quote, remember who you put in here, Cassian.
Ooh, we find out!
When Feyre asks Cassian who that is, he tells her with a finger to his lips that is best left to discuss for another time. Okay, so it's Lan. What's his name? Lan. Do you remember?
Lan something.
Lan whatever.
He has the
Lance Bass.
He has the ding 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 ding.
Yes.
Read faster.
Read faster. Do we think that there's other people that, like, Cassian has put a bunch of them in there, right?
Yeah. Lots.
Okay.
Him and Azriel.
Interesting. Okay. Quote, there was life here, he said, answering my question at last. Old gods, we called them. They ruled the forests and the rivers and the mountains. Some were those things. Then the magic shifted to the high fae who brought the cauldron and the mother along with them. And though the old gods were still worshipped by a select few, most people forgot them.
Is that like the Valg and like the Throne of Glass? Because who are the gods in that one? There is gods, right?
In Throne of Glass.
Like, I can't remember exactly, but I thought they prayed to someone. Maybe not.
Well, I was thinking, because there's a lot more of that elemental style magic, I feel like, in Throne of Glass.
Yep.
And so I was like, could the stag, the Lord of the North, be one of those gods?
Mm-hmm.
And so then again, I'm like, God, this white stag in the spring and like the wild chase or the great hunt, whatever they called it.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I'm always like, the great rumpus. Anyway, could he be, if we're thinking crossovers, and also like what caused the magic to shift from them, like these old gods who were the rivers and the trees and whatever, and then shift to the high fae?
But in Crescent City, there's also like a river queen and like
There
a
is
bone. What is it? Bone
quarter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all these like different rulers of like kind of elements.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn.
They are elements. Yeah, you're right. Breath and sky and flame and shadow, and yeah, there's something here. Like, yeah.
Question mark.
Yes. This chapter is just such a war dump. Like, oh, it's so good. How the bone carver ended up in the prison is unknown as of now. And when Feyre asks how Amryn got out of the prison, Cassian tells her that she doesn't like to talk about it. They entered the bone gates that lead to the prison. Mm-hmm. That's what my eyeballs did.
Gates?
Bone gates. Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. There are no visible doors, just sheer black rock walls everywhere, and Feyre swears she can hear scratching on the other side. Feyre lays her hand, literally it says this, it's like, there's no doors, and then it says she laid her hand on the bone carver's door, and I was like, SJM, like, come on.
Who's the editor on this chapter?
Yes. And it swings open.
Do you think maybe she like knows it's his door because she was there before?
Maybe. It still feels
Let's
like
give her benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
It still feels like a mistake. You are correct.
Okay, this is maybe a stupid question. Is the prison in RHYSAND's territory, or is it in the 8th middle, whatever?
It's in the night court, I thought.
Is it?
Yes, it's in the night court.
Yeah, because he like kind of rules it.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an island off of Valeris and the mountains.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If it's RHYSAND's, there is more going on with the night court than meets the eyes. Like, why do they being the High Lord and Lady and their bloodline get to have their blood be keyed to the gates of a prison that's warded with spells older than their own world? Like, who made that decision and was like, you get to be the keeper of this?
And not say that it's like an ancestor of Reese's.
Starborn.
And I keep thinking about SJM's interview where she was like, Rhys is such an interesting male.
He's not from this world.
I am thinking more and more that he maybe is not Fae or not just High Fae. And
Dorian.
Well,
No.
we'll talk about it later. Cassian growls at whoever he sees. Feyre sees the same small boy, but this time she puts it together. This is RHYSAND's face and hers. The boy is their future son. Who do you think Cassian saw?
He growls.
Yes. Right?
So the bone carver is supposed to show what kills them, right?
It's never
nope.
determined. Mm-hmm.
It's like he appears how he wants to appear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very...
Yeah, who knows? And also I think he can change like who he, like sometimes he's not always the same. It's not always the little boy. It's not always.
No.
Yeah.
For like each person, it's not always the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What kind of growl? Is it like a guttural growl where he's like, come hither? Or is it like
he growls?
So he's mad?
I thought maybe it's Nesta because he talks so
Oh
much
my
about
God.
Nesta.
And that he would be so upset that it would take Nesta's form.
Yeah.
That's a good,
Mm-hmm.
I could see a growl at that.
Mhm.
Well, we do talk about Nesta in just a minute here. The carver congratulates Feyre, High Lady, on her union. He also calls her my High Lady, which is interesting. Again, thinking about like who is ruling this prison and if it's in RHYSAND's court. This was an interesting
So
note.
it is in RHYSAND's court. So it makes sense that he would maybe say my High Lady because he's part of the night court.
But is he part? You know what I mean? It was just an interesting, like, would you
Yeah.
really call your jailer my High Lord? If
He's happy to be in the jail, though.
he is.
Well, I mean, not happy,
We get
but
into
like,
it.
yeah.
It's of choice.
Yes.
She gifts the carver a shard of bone, all that is left of the adder. As the carver examines the bone shard with delight, he comments that he can smell his sister on her, asking if she had weaved a thread of Feyre's life into her loom. The Weaver!
I love the Weaver.
The carver turns his attention to Cassian, speaking of Nesta, of what happened with the cauldron. Quote, she took something precious. She ripped it out with her teeth.
Iron teeth.
Feyre is done with riddles and pivoting.
Us too.
All right. She tells the carver they've obtained the Book of Breathings and that it contains spells which could send certain beings home. The carver's eyes glow as he says, quote, I'm listening. Chapter 23. Feyre tells the carver war is upon them and they want his help in the fight. And as payment, they will attempt to return him to his universe. But the carver says that where he came from is now dust drifting across a plain, and that he is right where he wants to be. Quote, this cell, Cursebreaker, is where I wish to be. He reveals he let, quote, them trap him. Who is them?
They.
Who are they?
Them is they, and they is them.
And who is they? He reveals that his siblings fell into this universe and were worshipped fearfully by the Fae before some long ago Fae warrior came along who tricked and bound Striga, the Weaver, to the cottage and Koshka to his lake.
Isn't it Kostje?
Probably. Yep, that sounds right.
I think it probably auto-corrected.
Probably.
Mhm.
Koshke. Quote, clever, that Fae warrior. Her bloodline is long gone now, though a trace still runs through some human line. No one remembers her name, but I do. She would have been my salvation had I not made my choice long before she walked this earth. Jaimie, I was so excited to talk to you about all of this. Okay.
Ah!
Okay, stop. Like, hold the goddamn phone. I have so many things. Okay, so his siblings fell into this universe and they were worshipped fearfully by the Fae. In Silver Flames, I think it's Silver Flames, we learn about the Daglin, who were the race that came long ago that were worshipped fearfully by the High Fae. What are the chances that there were two creatures from other universes that fell into this universe that were worshipped fearfully by the High Fae? I think slim to none, but I mean, who knows? If I am right, follow me here, that would mean that the carver, the weaver, and dude by the lake are Daglin. The Daglin, my theory has been from the get, are the Astery. And the Astery are the Daglin.
Bryce, salvation.
Uh-huh.
Because I just read the chapter where Adis was like, you were like the salvation, 15,000 years ago, and now and forevermore. Bryce. Bryce.
So excited. Okay. We learn the warrior tried to kill his siblings, but could only contain them, and that the carver hid in the prison, hid from his siblings. Death gods, he called them. They are more powerful than he is. When Feyre asks the carver who he is, if his siblings are death gods, he says, quote, I am forgotten. That's who I am, and that's who I prefer to be. If he and his siblings are Daglin, and if the Daglin are Astery, and if he is maybe kind of a good guy, could there be some narrative tied in with this Starborn, Thea, and all of this, where he was maybe, because doesn't Thea have like, there's some story.
I'm not there yet.
Okay, moving on.
I'm not there.
You're like, stop.
I must go read.
Stop talking.
Also, I felt like when he's talking about how the trace still runs through some human lines, perhaps this runs in Feyre's family, and this is why Nesta
is so special.
And then later on, they talk about Nesta being a death god.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Jaimie's doing a lot of nodding. Yes. Yes. Agreed. Yeah. They go to leave, and the carver wonders what Kier will want from them when they go to bargain with him in the Court of Nightmares. He comments that his sister had a collection of mirrors in that castle, and that one in particular, the Ouroboros, is a window to all. This is the carver's price. If they bring this mirror to him, then he is theirs to wield. We also talked about why there's all of these valuable magical objects
in the Night Court.
In the Night Court, and particularly in the Hewn City. Put a pin in that as you move forward in Crescent City. We will talk about this later. I'm bringing it up twice. We'll talk about it more. Cassian and Feyre leave. They pause for a moment, overlooking a stream, and Cassian admits that he chose to come along with Feyre because he wanted to talk to the carver about Nesta. Feyre asks if Cassian is afraid of the eldest Archeron, and he tells her that, quote, nothing about Nesta could frighten me.
Oh,
I know.
Even her pure cruelty.
RHYSAND joins them with an expectant well, and Cassian tells Rhys he better bring his bargaining skills, and they winnow away. Chapter 24. Back at the townhouse, Cassian gets the short stick and has to stay back to keep watch over Valaris and Elaine. He literally is like described as like he kind of goes off in a huff, and Azra like claps him on the back and is like, while the rest prepare for their trip to the Hewn City. Feyre winnows to the House of Wind, testing out her wings and falling 20 feet to the balcony.
Oh boy.
And goes to find Elaine. She and Elaine are both in the library. Nesta reading.
What happens?
Yeah, but she and Elaine doesn't make sense. Elaine
and Nesta.
Elaine and Nesta. Elaine and Nesta are both in the library. Nesta reading, Elaine staring silently out the window. So, I mean, much the same. Feyre goes to Elaine while Nesta watches her every step. Quote, a panther readying to strike at even the merest hint of danger. There has got to be a reason for this. Like, I am doubling down on this. I'm Tamlining. This whole Nesta is almost like pathologically programmed. Like, it feels like it's almost like out of her control. This need to protect Elaine. This idea. To protect Elaine. I'm like, Elaine is special. There is something here. And
you lost me.
Jaimie's no longer nodding.
Like,
and
nah.
Nesta has been bewitched or something. Mama Archeron did something to her. Something is going on here. This is odd. Elaine says she can see so far now, can hear so much, can hear Feyre's heartbeat and, quote, hers too. And then Elaine says she can hear the sea and the cries of some far off Firebird.
Oh, hey, Queenie.
What's up, girl?
Wait. Firebird?
Yeah. Yes.
That's what they're hunting in. Sophie and Emile are both Firebirds.
Are they called Firebird, or is it like...
I would put money on it, on the page.
That it's Firebird.
Thunderbird? Is it a Thunderbird?
That's it. I was like,
tomato,
that's
tomato.
close, but not quite right. Yes.
Is it a Thunderbird? TBD.
I think it's Thunderbird. Feyre breezes past this. This is like a very typical, like Feyre, something important, something kind of
She's like,
odd. And
uh-huh.
she's just like, well, this is not important. Yeah. Asking if Elaine would like to come tend the garden at the townhouse. And Elaine asks if she will hear the earthworms writhing in the dirt or the stretching of roots. I did love this writing. Feyre can't take much more. She makes an excuse and she and Nesta leave the library sitting area, first ensuring the windows near Elaine are sealed. Like, so sad. Nesta reveals that Elaine has been speaking in riddles all day. Feyre then asks why Nesta won't train with Cassian.
A question we all have.
Nesta has a surplus of responses. Why must it be Cassian? Why must she train at all? Other people can do the killing for her. Also, I think she's described as like looking at her nails when she does that. Before Feyre can push back on Nesta, suddenly Lucien walks in.
Oh, good God.
And as he, with deep concern in his eyes, asks Elaine if there's anything he can get for her, do for her, Feyre uses her Daemati powers and enters Lucian's mind.
This is interesting. They gave him permission to talk to her now?
No. So she does see when she goes in his mind, like, so he was not supposed to come find her. He's been locked away. He's bored out of his mind. He just wanted to come get a book. He didn't think she would be in there because this is the first time she's left her room.
Yeah.
Lest us not forget the house rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Get someone else to get you a book.
Feyre and Nesta have left. They're in a different room now.
Nope, they are still
Just
in the
standing
library.
outside.
They're just outside of the sitting area. They're over by like the stacks, they call it. Yes. But then Lucien comes in and they're like, what are you doing here? And he just like focuses immediately on Elaine. And Feyre kind of later, we talk about it, but she's talking to RHYSAND and she sort of justifies it to herself and to RHYSAND by being like, well, he technically broke the rules.
Yeah.
So,
I was just trying to protect Elaine.
right. Which I'm like, no, I don't think so. Like, I feel like this was a stretch too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it would be very, like, if I had Daemati, I'd be fucking reading everyone. I'd be like, oh, yeah. Interesting.
Is that right?
And then I'd sit there doing this.
Right. Picking your nails.
Picking my nails, yeah.
Lucian's mind is a battlefield. The mating bond riding him hard.
I mean, at least
something is riding.
Fuck.
Demanding he touch Elaine, taste her, combining with his concern for her frailty and memories of his long ago lover, Jasminda. How different that relationship had been. They had been drawn to one another, an easy, organic chemistry. With Elaine, she was thrown at him. Like, he has all these like crashing thoughts. He sits next to her, pours himself a cup of tea, offers Elaine one. And when she asks him who he is, he tells her his name, his title, and that he is nothing.
Poor Lucien.
Lucien. Quote, you were in Highburn. Yes, it was all he could say. You betrayed us. He wished she had shoved him out the window behind her. He tells her it was a mistake, that he is sorry, and she is a degree colder. Then she tells him she can hear his heart beating while she sleeps. She asks if he can hear her, and when he says no, Elaine's shoulders curl inward. Quote, no one ever does. No one ever looked. Not really.
What if
Okay,
the
Elaine.
heart is made of stone like Tamlin?
Okay, I definitely had that thought.
We're ruffling papers over
We're
here.
rustling over here.
Getting serious. I mean, I feel like everyone is perpetually concerned about Elaine. And she's like, no one notices me. I'm like, literally, you are the star of the show.
Literally.
Like, it's the fucking Elaine show in House of Wind. And everyone's like, what about Elaine? Poor Elaine. Let's help Elaine. And she's just like, look at me.
I wonder if her narrative is going to be this idea that she felt like she always had to be sweet. Like, Nesta was busy being
Nesta.
and like sucking up all the like emotional oxygen in the room. Like, anytime you walked into a room, it was like she instantly is having a fight.
Literally, everyone was like,
Right.
hold your breath
And
don't look at her.
Feyre is kind of like busy fighting as well, but like either running away
She's
or
a
like
busybody too.
she actually at one point Reese is like, can you just like butt out of like Elaine and Lucien and Asriel? And she's like, as if like I would never. And he's like, it's described as like he arches one eyebrow. And I'm like, like, I wonder if Elaine then sort of assumed, if we think about family dynamics, it is therapy session today, hey? I wonder if Elaine then almost was forced to assume this role of like peacemaker and like being sweet. And it was like, she had to like get along to go along, you know? And then she feels like whoever she is on the inside, maybe she is a little bit dark and twisty. No one ever really saw that. No one ever, like she says, no one ever looked, not really. They just look at this like sweet girl.
And her beautiful face.
And her beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, I would
face.
like that to be true because that like gets me more on board with Elaine. I could like empathize with
her. My God. Hold the phone. Jaimie said she could possibly empathize with Elaine. Yeah, it was an interesting this moment where like she's like, do you hear me too? And he says no. And she's described as like, yeah, like curling in on herself and this like, yeah, no one ever does.
Well, when she says no one ever looked, she doesn't feel seen. And as you say, to be seen is to be loved.
To be seen is to be loved. Feyre finally pulls out of Lucian's mind, and somehow Nesta has realized what she has done, and she's described as like standing there just like gaping at her. She asks with horror if Feyre has ever gone into her mind, to which Feyre says no. How does Nesta know this? Feyre even says, she's like, I don't even know how Nesta knew.
She's Nesta.
She's just Nesta.
She's, I mean, if someone went into Nesta's mind, they'd just be like, bleh.
Right.
I just drop dead.
Like,
or just start sobbing.
Yeah.
Catatonic.
Terrifying. Nesta tells Lucian to leave, and he agrees. Feyre decides it's time that they move Feyre's sisters and Lucian into the townhome.
Just getting real cozy.
Right. Asriel carries Elaine. Rhysand carries Nesta. And Cassian carries Lucian.
Man, Cassian and Asriel get the shit stick on carrying Lucian.
Well, it's because like, so Asriel obviously goes to Elaine first, and then it's described as Nesta, like Cassian steps forward, and Nesta is like, and Cassian's like, hey. And then Feyre's like, oh, Rhys, just go. But then, okay, I'm gonna when everyone is in the townhome, Asriel offers to show Elaine the gardens, and Elaine agrees, whispering, quote, beautiful, as she looks at his outstretched hand, and Feyre is unsure if she is referring to his glinting blue siphons or the scars on his skin. Let's go!
Get some.
Also, if she is a little bit dark and twisty on the inside, maybe those scars are something she resonates with and thinks they're beautiful.
I mean, also it's Asriel.
Also, it's Asriel. Everything's beautiful. Nesta, meanwhile, almost immediately begins vomiting. When Feyre and Cassian ask Rhys what on earth he did, he tells her he, quote, went fast.
Rhys is a dink to Nesta. From like the word go.
I mean, and she's a dink to him. And that's the thing is they match vibes. So like Nesta accuses him of deliberately flying slow. And so then he's like, so I went fast. When Nesta finally emerges from the toilet, she advances on Rhysand with predatory intent. Her eyes like molten iron, silver set aflame.
Oh boy.
Before she can get too close to the High Lord of the Night Court, however, Cassian steps between them. He tells Nesta that the last time he brawled in the townhome, he was banned from it for a month. Quote, it was Amren's fault, of course, but no one believed me and no one dared banish her. I love this. Like, what do you think they brawled over?
I have no idea. I just imagine Amren just like in the middle and Cassian's just like,
yeah.
And Amren's just like,
and he just like flies through a wall or something. Yeah.
And then Rhys comes and Amren's like, he started it.
Right.
And everyone's like, yep.
Right. 100%. Yeah.
Cassian, get out.
Yeah. Lucian, at the sight of Nesta's eyes, asks her, what are you? And she finally gives a clue. When she went into the cauldron, she made it give something to her. Or perhaps, more correctly, she took something. And after Nesta goes to her room, they all begin to wonder, what did Nesta take? What did Lorcan do? And it's Feyre who finally says that she thinks it's death. Nesta's power is death. After quietly thinking for a moment, Rhysand says, quote, only Nesta would not just conquer death, she would pillage it. Oh, so I also kind of like, I'm like, well, Rhysand and Nesta could get it on too. I like
Rhysand like could not handle Nesta. He's like Vava Vanilla after like chapter 55.
Vanilla. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Later, dressing for their trip to the Human City, Feyre looks out the bedroom window to the garden, looking down at Elaine and Asriel in the garden. As she looks down at them, she wonders aloud why the cauldron wouldn't make them mates, and we get a little more insight into the mating bond. The bond is not an indication of how well a pair are suited. It doesn't necessarily mean they will get along. Tamlin and Rhys's parents are proof of that. RHYSAND muses that it seems to instead perhaps simply be instinctual, nature's way of trying to ensure offspring with the strongest chance of surviving and thriving in their brutal world. He also tells her that some people reject the mating bonds, but that the pull of that bond never fully goes away.
Interesting.
The legalities of the bond, we learn, are different based on location. In certain courts, a mated male can challenge another male who is interested in their female to a blood duel. In some courts, a mated female is considered property of their male. But in the
we don't yike those courts.
We do not yike them at all. But in the night court, Elaine will be fully protected to make whatever decision she would like.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a throwdown with Lucien and Asriel.
I know, me neither.
Like, I'm kind of here for that.
Blood duel, let's get on.
That's Elaine's why I choose fantasy.
Pivot. Feyre asks Rhys if what she did earlier going into Lucian's mind was okay. If she crossed a line.
If you have to ask, it's not okay.
100% yes. He responds with a very RHYSAND-esque answer, quote, "You have to deem whether the cost is worth assuaging your guilt." He also tells her that he would have made the same call and that he also would have felt guilty about it.
So it was wrong.
Right. As Feyre paints her lips a red so dark it's almost black, she decides she won't do it again. They don twin crowns and tiaras and stare at one another, the lady and lord of the night. Rhys asks if she's ready to be wicked, his voice a purr in her ear, and Feyre tells him, smiling deeply, that this time she plans to make Keir big.
Oh, the next chapters are so good.
Hot takes, theories, and thirds.
We got a lot.
We do have a lot.
Mm-hmm. Bryaxis, spirit self, different for everyone. Why is it so terrifying? And why is, like you said, what did Cassian see when he saw Bryaxis? And why won't he talk about it?
He doesn't fear death, and he says that a couple times. He's like, I've walked next to death my whole life. It's part of why, like, he says nothing about Nesta could ever fear him. Like, you know, so what would what would make him afraid is
like the people he cares about.
Yeah, not being able to protect them, because he says that moment when he was in Highburn and he couldn't move,
When he made the promise and he's like, I couldn't do it. And I was like, it's okay.
So maybe
I still love you.
Mm-hmm.
I just like, it's weird.
Mm.
And why has, like, Feyre doesn't, because Feyre is the one that goes down.
Yes, to make the deal.
And what does she see?
Bryaxis tells her not to look.
Yeah, she doesn't look.
Oh, no.
What does Nesta see?
Doesn't say.
Interesting. I don't think she talks about it in Silver Flames either.
And
Good God.
When
he goes, so Bryaxis basically like.
Oh, doesn't he scare them and like RHYSAND goes to save them or something?
No, Bryaxis like basically kills the Raven soldiers that were sent by Highburn,
yes.
but not all the way. And so then RHYSAND comes with Cassian
and finishes them off.
But he sees
Bryaxis. Does he say what he sees?
No.
Interesting.
At least not as far as I read.
I don't
Eat
know.
cats.
Yeah.
This is such an interesting character. Also, we're so much more invested now that it's a woman.
Yes.
We're like, yes.
Yeah.
Everything she does, we're like, did you see that? What do you think? What about this? What about that?
Her.
Yeah. Before I'm like, yeah, Bryaxis.
All right,
fine.
cool. Yeah. No, I'm like,
Her.
we're obsessed.
Yeah, obviously.
Also, like, they never find her after.
I know.
She's like,
That's like, where does spirit self go?
Yeah. Ugh, I am obsessed. Okay, so again, it's not Koshka.
Koshje.
Koshje.
Isn't it?
I think you're right. Koshje, Striga, and also interesting that I'm flagging this. We don't get the carver's name. He is the carver. So again, when she's like, "What are you?" he not only doesn't say, he doesn't tell her like, oh, I'm a death god too. He doesn't give a name. He's still the bone carver. And I again am like, could he be something? Yes. Okay. We talked about Thea, and this whole idea about like, could they be Daglin? They being the carver, the weaver, and dude by the lake. Could they be Daglin, and therefore could they be Astery? Could the Fey warrior be Thea? Could the carver be?
I haven't met him yet.
Peleus? Okay.
But like they reference him.
Okay.
As like the prince that gave Rune, like that's his bloodline or something, right? Or like there's something about
so.
Oh, because he was starborn. But he was like the weaker of the two.
Hang on. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And that would make sense if the bone carver is Peleus because he's the least strong.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. I'm going to pull up this. I was like doing a little bit of looking online and then I wanted to read this. It's from Silver Flame, so it's not like a spoiler. And we might cut some of this because it's a bit long. Rhys lifted a hand and a book of legends from a shelf behind him floated to his fingers. He laid it upon the desk. He flipped it open to a page revealing an image of a group of tall, strange-looking beings with crowns atop their heads. Quote, "The Fae were not the first masters of this world. According to our oldest legends, most now forgotten, we were created by beings who were near gods and monsters, the Daglin. They ruled for millennia and enslaved us and the humans." I'm gonna skip.
So that's the Astery for sure.
I
like it's there on the page,
right? Like it's not explicitly called out, but I'm like,
no, it feels.
I have said from the beginning that I feel like the Astery are the biggest
baddest.
And the more that I'm like reading and looking at it, I'm like, this Daglin Astery stuff. I'm like, I'm bought in.
I'm on board with that. Okay, so touching Illyrian wings is a no, but clipping them is a yes.
Oh, feels like some contradictory sexism there.
Yeah, because Azrael's like, oh, we should, like, you can't touch a woman's like wings or whatever without like consent, and I'm like, but they pin them down and like and then clip their wings so they can never fly again. Yeah. I'm like,
it reminds me honestly of like mutilation that occurs in like some countries for like women,
like literal metaphor.
Yeah.
Clipping someone's wings.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Taking away their power.
Yeah, their freedom.
Anyways, that was like, I was like, the Illyrians don't value women.
Yes. No,
they do not. Okay, so the library lordom. Interbreeding. So, okay, Bryce's mom and the Autumn King. She's human. He is whatever. Escaped scholars. Jessica. Human rebellion. Like what's happening throughout Crescent City.
Yes.
And then it says babies stayed with their human mothers. So Bryce stayed with Ember, not raised by those who looked Fae but weren't were outcasts, which is like Bryce.
Yes.
I would officially like to change the ordering of what I thought it was before. So it's Throne of Glass, Crescent City, ACOTAR.
I think so. Yeah.
It has to be.
I think at the very least,
sure, Crescent City comes before ACOTAR.
Yeah.
More research is needed and a reread on Throne of Glass.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, but like like all of it, I'm like, is he talking about Throne of Glass here? I'm like, Rhys, why don't you just tell us what it is?
I know.
Like, I feel like he has to know. Okay, then on page 226.
Hit me.
Where's my note? Okay. So it says, the fewer people who knew about my trip to see the carver, the safer it was. The less chance of Hybern catching wind of it. Not for fear of betrayal, but there was always risk. I feel like more.
Yes.
Because then it goes on to say more. I'd tell her eventually. Like about going to the bone carver or whatever. And I'm just like, I feel like there's like, it's like that thing like in your gut or like in the back of your mind where you're like, something's not right here.
But you can't quite put a finger on it.
Yeah, but then like Feyre feels like there's this risk of like betrayal, even within like she doesn't tell any of the inner circle.
Right.
I mean, obviously Rhys knows and Cassian, but like she doesn't tell Amryn. She doesn't tell Azriel. I'm sure he knows.
Right.
But she doesn't tell Mor. And then she just mentions betrayal. And I'm like, this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there's a really cute part with like Amryn and Nesta about like their training or whatever. And Feyre's like, I'll keep looking for information for you, Amryn. And she's like, good luck with like Nesta. And then Amryn's like, she doesn't need luck.
Aww.
Amryn said. Nesta huffed a laugh. She laughs. And then she says, even if the prospect of unleashing them upon the court of nightmares, I smiled a bit at the thought. Like how like Amryn and Nesta are equally like
terrifying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which like obviously we know now, but like in this book, you kind of like first read, you're like, oh yeah, like Nesta.
Right.
Sure. Like
sure. Yeah.
But like she doesn't seem like what she becomes. And you're like, holy shit balls. Like
I feel like the moment in Silver Flames that like made it feel like I was like, oh, whoa. And there's a couple, but I think the first one is when
I'm gonna spoil it for Allie. Allie, plug yours.
When I think she's like, they're trying to, it's described as like the room frosts over and she like opens her eyes and they're like all silver, like and she turns her head and it's described as like very slowly, just like
The Exorcist.
Yes, and nothing was there. And it's described as like Rhysand like jumps in front of Feyre.
Yeah.
And like Cassian's the only one that can like
get through to her.
Yeah.
Right. I remember this now. I was
That-
kind of like, this is fuzzy for me, but
no,
yes. now
that
I
and the
remember.
whole room literally covered in frost.
Yeah.
That moment
Was it frost
like,
or fire?
I thought it was frost. And like he goes to like try to kiss her and like thaw her.
Okay, the Bat Boys smells. Okay, so Azriel smells like night chilled mist and cedar.
Correct.
Rhys is sea salt and citrus.
I disagree.
And Cassian is snow-kissed wind and crackling embers.
Oh
Correct.
my god.
Rhysand? No, that's what Tarquin smells like.
Sea salt and citrus?
Yeah.
I could see your point there. What do you think Rhysand smells like if not sea salts and citrus?
It smells like nice.
He smells nice.
Allie, your career
You
is
should be a
offers.
reader, a
Yeah.
writer.
I'm trying to think of like the Bath and Body Works thing. Like he kind of I feel like the fall weather one.
I feel like he would be like a bit musk
I was
and a
thinking
bit like
leather.
yes.
Mahogany.
Well,
Yes,
because
actually,
Xaden smells like leather and mahogany, I think.
No.
Smoke
really?
and leather?
I was gonna say leather, mahogany, and like amber is what I would envision for
Agreed.
Rhysand.
He's more musky.
Mm-hmm.
I think Azriel is my favorite because I love a good cedar smell.
I love a cedar smell and also night chilled mist. First off, that I love.
That's a smell.
Well, but it makes me think, what is it? Ozone? Like that smell.
Ooh, I love ozone.
That is when we did.
Yeah.
Jaimie took me to a perfume making class for my birthday.
We made our own scent.
We did, and ozone was one of my base
it's a very
smell.
nice
Yeah,
It is
it's
one of my
so
favorite
good.
smells, and so I feel like that would be ozone, chilled mist, ozone smell.
Cassian is interesting to me though because it talks about snow-kissed wind and crackling embers, and all I can think of is Aelin.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Like being in the forest and like how it's snowy and how her power was fire.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's a connection there, but it like instantly I was like Aelin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What if Cassian and Aelin like they are a bit similar?
Similar vibes. Yeah.
Like die for the people they love, like kind of both
Sassy.
like strong and like powerful.
I don't give a fuck a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
I also love Azriel. Is it weird that Rhys is like my least favorite?
Scent
No. Like
Of the Bat Boys.
of the Bat
I agree.
Boys.
You love him so much in the first book.
in
Yeah.
Mist and Fury, you're
Book two.
obsessed.
Yeah.
Yes. And the first book, yeah.
He's too like vanilla, and then
Yes!
it's just like him and Sarah, just like, hey, we're in love.
Yes, I agree.
Oh my god, he's not he's not like
Mysterious.
problems anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
like,
like,
I like him better when he was like
yeah.
wearing his mean mask.
I think that's the allure of Azrael. Who knows like nothing about him.
Yes. Rebecca Yaros has talked about that and how she really struggled through that with Fourth Wing. Spoilers for Fourth Wing if you haven't read it. Skip ahead maybe 30 seconds. And how do you create tension for 3 books?
Well, I would say book 2 was like a stretch.
Yeah, the miscommunication trope. Ooh.
My least, I'll say it a million
agree.
times, my least favorite trope. I'm like, would you two just talk to each other and figure it out? Like,
I'm right with you. So I understand though that why then we're like, oh, Rhys feels boring because it's like, oh, tension resolved.
Yes.
Like how do you create that tension again?
so on the relatables, my other like very favorite, shout out to Jake and Audie. They stopped kind of covering Fourth Wing because they could not get past Violet's character in Iron Flame.
Stop. Like they gave up. They DNF'd.
They didn't say that they DNF'd, but they're like, I'm like through ACOTAR, they were like stoked. And like every episode, I'm like, yes. It's so good. Like I was obsessed. And they're obsessed with RHYSAND and the males as much as like all the women are. And it's like, it's so good.
Yes.
But then for Fourth Wing, like they talked about how they were like Fourth Wing, they loved the first book. Like they had questions about like why Taryn doesn't like show his power more and like fair. Like he's the most powerful dragon. Second, I guess, to the generals.
Yes.
But anyways, I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like it loses so much momentum.
Book 2's tough. Yeah.
And yeah, they were just like, we're gonna cover it when we feel like it.
Wow.
I know.
So have they moved on to a different book?
Nope. They've been doing just like their regular episodes that are also funny. Like they're both, I would say, like feminists and like
boys.
Yeah, they're if you haven't watched their podcast, it is truly hilarious.
They're very funny.
Actually, and their Instagram too. Well, the one that got me on it was when someone sent me the clip. I think maybe it was Caitlin, and it's the part where RHYSAND says like, "I couldn't bed you properly." In the small bed when that's one room at the inn.
Especially with the wings.
Yes. And then they were just like, oh, RHYSAND. And I was like, oh my God, these two. And then I just like watched all their episodes on ACOTAR in like a week.
Yeah.
They're really funny. Also, they're Australian. So like.
And it's so charming. We've talked about this so much, but it's so charming to see like men in this space.
And they loved it. They had like ACOTAR pajamas. They had like, oh my God, it was so good.
Okay, speaking of men in this space and shout out to my father-in-law. My I won't age him, but like he is obviously older, former coal miner, like just I would say is not fitting the typical demographic we, as those who have worked in marketing would assume reads these books. He is almost under the mountain.
Oh boy.
Heart of Thorns and Roses. And he's liking it so far. And I said to him, would you come on the pod to give your perspective after you finish book 1? And he kind of was very bashful and like, oh, I don't know. But like there was a light in his eyes. And I'm like, oh, you would. You want to talk about
He's like, you want me on the pod. He's like Andrew and Emily in Paris.
Yes.
I tried to talk to Andrew about Emily in Paris over the computer. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, come on.
Oh,
it's just you and me.
Except he had opinions. He was like, I don't think
he's like, they're not going to end up together. I'm like, okay. I kind of thought they would. He's like, no, it's too obvious. I'm like, yeah, but like.
That was a good Andrew.
Have you watched other like female drama? Like, who is she going to end up with otherwise?
All of them. My husband, he just finished the most recent Love is Blind, and he was like, oh, it was the best one yet, babe. It was the best one yet. And so I'm like, I haven't watched them in a hot minute, but I'm like watching this season now because my husband.
Is it good?
It's pretty, I mean, from like a drama enjoyment perspective, I'm having a good time.
Trace drama.
Trace drama.
Trez. All right, should we wrap?
Yeah, I think so. And that's where we're tucking the page, babes. Library secrets, monsters on speed dial, and a trip to the Court of Nightmares looming like a bad decision we're absolutely making anyway.
Let's go.
The board is set, the players are circling, and our high lady is learning that power is one thing, but how you use it, that's the real game.
Next episode, shadows, schemes, and a very tense royal board meeting because nothing says diplomacy like secrets, side eyes, and a legion waiting in the dark.
We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world and fall in love as we dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fun males and men. Follow A Court of Books and Babes Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And while you're at it, click the subscribe button. Lastly, you can show us a little love by taking 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple or Spotify and share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time,
Stay bookish, babes.